My name is Elliott Forman, and this is the Business War Podcast. And we're coming to you live from Rizzuto Prime here in New Orleans, Louisiana. And today, my guest is the proprietor of Lavoisier,
Yes.
a private collection,
Yes.
custom suit manufacturer.
Yes.
And this is Cortez Jackson. Welcome, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Listen, I want to know, how do you get to Lavoisier? What does that mean?
So actually, Lavoisier. So I'm originally from St. Louis, born and raised. My uncle used to do men's custom clothing in St. Louis. His middle name was Lavoisier. He died. I got tired of corporate America, and I started part time. And I asked my mom. I said, "Hey, mom, can I use Uncle Walter's middle name, which is Lavoisier?" And that's literally how it all started.
Listen to me. That's enough story for me. The truth is, you took a heritage and you made a business out of it. And that in itself is an amazing first step, and congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So listen, I want to tell you something, and I want to get your perspective on it.
Okay.
I believe that the suit and tie is the uniform of the most powerful men in the world. Okay, it's universally respected.
Yes.
It's classic.
Yes.
James Bond wore it.
Yeah.
I wear it. Okay, all right, and he's my hero. Okay, so listen. I believe that Russell Simmons, I'm calling him out on this, and somebody tag me and tell me up for it.
Okay.
I remember when he went into corporate America wearing sweatsuits and big old baggy clothes.
Yeah, he did.
And made it cool.
He did.
That he took and made us go a left turn on that. And I believe that impact still exists today.
It does. It really
and
does.
so I don't want people to think that boardrooms, it's okay to be slouchy and cool and cultural.
Right.
Whereas the uniform of the banker is the uniform.
It is.
Let me give you an example. If I'm going to borrow $1 million and I'm about to walk into a bank, trust me, they're wearing suits and ties.
Exactly. You need to look the part.
And so that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so I don't want that to be the narrative, but for whatever reason, that's just my little 2 cents on it.
Yeah.
Now let's get back to you. How do you make a custom suit?
So actually, when you with us, we have you come in, you schedule an appointment, and we sit you down depending on whether it's wedding, work, whatever the function may be. We take you through an array of fabrics. From there, you're selecting your buttons, you're selecting linings, thread colors. Essentially, you are the CEO when you're creating this masterpiece. We take approximately 30 measurements to ensure the correct fit. So we even measure kneecaps to ensure the correct fit. And we take about 4 weeks for the design, for everything to be finished. And we have you come back in, try it on, and you're walking out the door.
Now, can you sew?
Actually, I can sew, but I don't do the sewing now.
Okay.
I actually sewed through my finger, so I kind of removed myself from the sewing machine. But no, so I can sew.
Let me tell you something. My mama used to make cummerbunds and bow ties when I was a kid.
Okay.
Country girl from Mississippi saw it with her eye and learned how to take it apart and put it back together.
Yeah.
And she started to make them.
Yeah.
The fillers and all. And I'm so proud of her because that was her thing. And I remember her making entire custom bow ties and cummerbunds for wedding parties.
Yeah.
And that was my mama's hustle, and so I shout out to mom on that. I never really thought about that, but getting back to my thoughts. So every man should have a couple of suits. What colors do you think they should be?
Obviously, you should have your navy suit, your basic navy suit. You should have a gray suit.
Okay.
You should have a tan suit and a black suit.
Okay.
And with those, of course, you can mix and match as since you have those essential items, you can mix and match and continue to build your wardrobe from those basic items.
And to be honest with you, back in the day, I think men dressed better than they do today. Everybody had a fancy hat, an umbrella, a pocket watch.
Back in the day, there was really that attention to the details. Not just putting on the suit, but we're going to put on the tie with it. We're going to do a tie bar maybe, or even a collar bar. We're going to do a pocket scarf. We're going to do hosiery. We're going to do socks. We're going to do, things of that nature that really pulled the suit together. Which is something that you really don't see today all the time.
Not at all. Because again, you watch basketball players that are millionaires show up in flip-flops and Crocs.
Exactly.
And there's no knock to their profession or whatever. But I'm gonna say it to you now. Hear me clearly. The man in the suit is given a level of respect because he respects himself. It's in the way he carries himself. It is again the uniform of the most powerful people on this planet, and has been and probably always will be.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree. Yeah. I mean, when you have on a suit and tie, you walk different, your posture's different. And to your point, if you're going into the bank or a business meeting, there is a different level of respect that someone gets when they're dressed appropriately.
Yeah. We're not cleaning houses.
No,
we out here having a visual celebration of great excellence.
Yeah.
So put you a suit on that fits you and pull your pants up.
That's the key point, that fits you. You see people with with suits on and they're ill-fitting, right? So either they're too tight or they're oversized and too big. So you, of course, a suit that fits you properly is something that every man needs.
Yeah, and listen, I cannot say it enough. I have 30 black suits, and they all look alike or similar, but they're not the same.
But they're not the same.
Okay, and if you are a person of that particular that space, then you know that I'm surgical around
exactly.
There, you know.
Exactly.
But for me, I've always been treated a certain way, and I'm gonna tell you, I had a little experiment one time.
Okay.
I made a little bit of money and started driving nice and feeling pretty good about myself. And I started to dress less.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I had achieved certain things.
Yeah.
And for about an entire month, that it was like a no shave November going into December type of situation. So I had the car, I had the house, I had the life. I was doing my thing, and I started to dress less. And I grew my hair out. I'm gonna tell you, I grew my hair out. I wasn't shaving.
Yeah.
And I started getting a lot of negative feedback from the world we live in, because we're very judgmental out here. And so I'm going into coffee shops, and the people who used to smile wasn't smiling.
Yeah.
I'm in the stores, and the people who looking at me aren't looking at me for the right reasons. And I'm just moving around through my life, my normal day-to-day routine, and I did not get the return on my existence the way that I had in the past. And then I got a phone call from a big sales opportunity, and I shaved, got a haircut, put on an amazing suit, washed my car, got my hands and feet done, and went into that meeting and was like, and owned it, right? And then I went back in those same environments, and people treated me so differently. And so, are we that superficial and so shallow that we're going to treat people based on the way they look? You damn right we are.
We definitely are.
So my suggestion to any young man that's having a hard time in life: dress better, you'll get treated better.
Exactly.
Okay, own your uniform. Be responsible for the way that you look. Your grooming standards say more about you than anything.
Listen, and of course, people see us before we even open our mouth. That's the first thing they see.
First impression.
So if that's your first impression, you may not get the service that you should receive. You may not get the attention. You may not get the business deal, because that one perception of you, is kind of distorted when someone, wants to do business with you.
So this is so important to me. I'm going to ask you live now.
Okay.
Would it be okay if we do a mentorship program and I help some young men to get their first custom suit?
Most definitely. I mean, especially when it comes to, what to wear to specific events. How do we use our table settings?
Yes.
Our knife and fork.
Yeah.
What do we do when other people come to the table? Things like that are definitely needed, and I'm definitely on board.
Hey, listen, so I'm gonna hold you to that, because I'm gonna buy 10 suits. And I want a discount.
All right.
Okay. And I want to get a deal up in here, right? You know
right.
So shake on it.
We're gonna...
So listen, tell everybody how they can find you.
Yeah, so we're located at 735 St. James Street off of Chapatulas in the Lower Garden District. We can be reached at lavasiersuits.com. Also on Instagram, follow us, Lavoisier Suits as well.
And I'm going to tag you and promote you to death, because I want them to, and listen, don't get nobody a suit you sell me though, okay?
The fabric will be discontinued.
There you go.
There we
go. Yeah. And we're going to do that, because I really want to make sure that young men today understand dressing for successing and to impressing and all those S's, that really matters. And so
it does matter.
Let's do the good
Let's
work.
make it happen.
I got you, my brother. Thank you.
Yes, sir.